So there's a video that we did on Avatar called Avatar Was a Horrible Movie. Go ahead and check it out if you want to. You don't have to. But in that video and other videos we've done on the subject, we've noticed something about the movie Avatar. While I do love this movie and it was an impressive spectacle, there were a lot of flaws with it as well. Stripping away all the niceties and the pulchritude of the CGI graphics, especially for that time, and even that held up well in 2020 and onward, the characters were not as great as they could have been. However, when you check out deleted scenes like this, it really makes me look at the characters in a whole new light. Just this scene right here, scene 22, the Avatar deleted scene 22, You're a Long Way from Earth, the interaction that Ribisi has with Lang really feels like it hit home. It really made me see the characters as more than just one-dimensional characters. And I wish they had left this in the movie. I understand there's like a time crunch that they have to worry about, but things like this are things that they should leave in the movie for the sequels if they do them, because where the first Avatar depended mostly on the CGI aesthetics, it's not going to be such a novelty in the subsequent movies, and they're going to need to rely on the story and the acting. And Ribisi and Lang are terrific actors, Ribisi especially. So let's take a look at the scene and we're going to talk about it. Now, if you want to see this whole thing, it's going to be in the description. Please don't bitch and moan about me pausing every minute because this is commentary. I'm not YouTube. I'm not this movie. It's not my job to upload the clip in its full length, just so you guys can see straight through what is already on the internet for everybody to see. Okay, there's a spinny circle here to join the audience. That being said, let's start.
We will blast a crater in their racial memory so deep that they won't come within 1,000 clicks of this place ever again. And that, too, is a fact. Yeah.
So, you guys remember this part in the movie. Look at her face. Look how tight she is. Like, she doesn't even look real. I just noticed that. Anyway, just so you have an idea of where you are in the movie. Right after, he's like, all right, we've got the go-ahead to go and kill all these guys. That guy looks like he's ready to bust a cap in either everybody else's ass or the girl in front of him. So, this is where the scene is different. Everybody is packing it along, as you can see here. There is something about seeing the soldiers or the mercenaries all prepare for battle that makes their arrival at Pandora even more haunting.
I want our best cannon, cockers riding herd on the boots. Sir. 3 bags, 80 rounds. Make them last, make them count. What's that?
Okay. So, I called it, you guys, and I hadn't seen this before, but Ribisi's character, don't remember his name, looked like he was having some inner struggles with what was happening to the Na'vi when they went to bomb their tree and cut it down. It was so annoying because in the movie, all of that was cut away, which told us what was his motivations for doing that or for feeling the way he was feeling in that scene. And based on the way that the actor was portraying the expression of guilt and just discomfort, I theorized that he wasn't okay with what was going on, even though he supposedly was calling the shot. Something wasn't right. He felt really bad about it, but he either wanted to look badass or something. Now in this scene, they explain it, and it makes so much more sense when you look at this scene next to what we saw in the movie.
Take the weapon inside.
No! I wouldn't do that, sir. The blasting compound goes back to the mine. What's your name? Logan. You're fired!
So as you can see here, Ribisi is he's stressed. Like, he is seeing what is happening before his eyes. He is realizing, ironically, that he has opened Pandora's box and he is watching all the content spill out and is fearful that he's not going to be able to put it back in. That's what he's trying to do right now, damage control. He wants the unobtainium. He wants to do this, but he doesn't want to sacrifice their lives in doing so.
This thing is completely out of control. Listen to me. I am not authorizing you to turn mine workers local into a freaking militia.
The acting right here, by the way, because we're seeing the characters be emotional, we're seeing some kind of motivation specifically from this character, which makes sense, is A1. When you leave out scenes like this, I understand why many movies do that, but when you leave out scenes like this and you leave in just him with a sad face, it looks weird, it looks one-dimensional, it looks like the character doesn't make sense, like it has no motivation, that the character's just doing things for the sake of being a dick. But you can see here that just in the way he's behaving, he's not cool with killing people. He wants what he wants, and he wants to save humans, but he doesn't want to murder a whole bunch of other living beings to do it. In this one scene alone, it tells me that this guy is not not a horrible villain. It tells me that this guy, yeah, while he's rich, I think that part of him actually does want to save Earth. He seems desperate to get this energy source, whether it be for some Nobel Prize or whatever they have in the future, or to save his family that he might have back on Earth who's suffocating. He doesn't believe in just killing the Na'vi. Now you may be asking, well, what about in that one scene where they had the bulldozer and he almost ran over the Avatar when Jake had finished sleeping with Neytiri? He wasn't trying to kill them. They even stopped. Well, the guy stopped. But when he saw it, he said he'll move. If the Avatar was lying down injured in the way, I don't believe, based on what we're seeing here, that Ribisi would just tell his worker to just bulldoze over him and totally murder and massacre the Na'vi.
I want this Hydra on a port forward mount on Valkyrie 1. I declare threat condition red. That puts all on-world assets under my command.
What? Oh, you think you can pull this palace coup shit on me? I can have your ass with one phone call.
You're a long way from Earth.
Can we just say how wonderful Giovanni Ribisi's character is? Like, his acting, I feel, is the best out of everyone else's. Everyone did a great job, but I think there are levels and tiers. And right now, I think that Ribisi's acting, based on his character and what he was given, is the best out of everybody else's. Right here, you could see the fear and resolution and defeat in his face as well. Lang did a great job with his expressions as well, especially in this part.
With one phone
Look at him
call.
blinking. That blink, the way he was doing, he was like, who are you talking to? Oh my god. That hiss that he let out too, of course, part of him is animalistic, but I think a part of that was him trying to control the desire to crush this guy's skull.
You're a long way from Earth.
That was wonderfully done.
Unask this man from the area and get that compound loaded.
Touch me, you are so fired.
Dude, it does not look like Ribisi was acting at all. And that's how you have a good actor. When the person looks like he's visibly mad and he's not acting a role. When he looks like he's actually experiencing what he's displaying on the screen. So it was interesting seeing that deleted scene from Avatar. It made the character of Ribisi or Parker, or whatever his name is, have so much more substance. And I only wish we could have gotten that with Quaritch. Maybe there's another deleted scene out there that I have not seen that explores his motivations a little bit further. Even though there are deleted scenes here and everyone's like, look at these, look at these. For the general movie, most people aren't going to see the deleted scenes. You should still have something of some substance inside the movie so that people can understand the motivations of the character, so they can feel real. There must be some way to fit that in so the characters are not one-dimensional. I think in Avatar's case, they could skirt by with that because the rest of the movie was so beautiful. But scenes like this deleted one, I think, are very integral to the success of the movies coming after the first Avatar 2009 movie. Anyways, what did you think of the scene? Are you happy that it didn't make the final cut, or do you think this definitely should have been left in the movie? Thanks so much for watching. This has been Altiori. You ask, we answer. I almost said Avatar.